All right, a lovely day to start the journey with my YouTube live video. Like I said, it's gonna be different audience for different purpose. For instance, this is focused on games that are going to go down today. We're going to be looking at quite a lot of the games that are going down, and then I'll give you my take on that. And you can also comment in the comment section and tell me what you think about the games that will be going down today. Maybe you have a bed sleep, you have a ticket, you have a few games that you're looking at. Like, okay, what do I do with this game? How do I go about this one? You can comment on the comment section so that we'll make it as interactive as possible. But having said that, I would also, give my top 5 games and then top 10 games. The highest I'll give is top 10. It's going to be a 30 minutes video chat because I've got a whole lot on my hands to take care of. But it doesn't mean, and I'll try my best to make this regular. It's a promise I'll work hard to keep. I'll try to make it as regular as possible, especially on days where there are games. And, there'll be enough head start, like Saturdays, for instance, will be 9 o'clock. On Sundays, because of church, the games for Sunday, we could do 10 p.m. on Saturday, 10 p.m. to 10:30. And then for weekdays, we could do maybe 12 or 10, it depends. We would have to look at all of that. So if you don't mind, if you have any game that you have a question about, you can put it up on the chat section, drop a comment there, and let's see how it goes. Once again, my name is Idafe Matthew Esiogane, and I'm the CEO of Top Media. We own ELEGBETE TV. That's the channel where you're watching us right now. And the idea here is not just to focus on bet anyway, but for this is for betting. There is the hashtag enemies of Nigerian football that has been on Twitter for a while. I've been advised by quite a lot of people that, okay, put it up on your YouTube channel as well. Those ideas, talk about it on your maybe weekly broadcast. So we'll also create an opportunity for that. I don't think that I need to set up a studio, set up cameramen, doing editing for a bet show. That is the reason why YouTube Live is available. So we're going to explore these opportunities that is available to us and get going. So if you do have any games, let me give you guys the chance to pop up your games. If you do have any games that you want me to talk about, any games out there that you are looking at, almost everybody is looking at the Manchester City Man United game. For those who are going to do accumulation or the accumulator today, I would advise that you stay away from that game. Jose Mourinho and his ways. It could come and play very, very dirty game. You could be betting on Man City to win and then the game ends in a draw. You could be betting on Man United to win, the game ends in favor of Man City. We all know that Man City wants to win this game and get away with it, especially coming from the 3-0 bashing that Liverpool give them in the UEFA Champions League on Wednesday. But that said, they're playing at home. They hardly drop points at home, but this is Jose Mourinho. And the rivalry between Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola have been on since forever, and Pep Guardiola is not fantastic with the mind game. So coming out with the response to Mino Raiola, yesterday, a bit day before yesterday, seemed to me a little bit on Pep Guardiola like. But then life, not everything is predictable. Like I always say that if you're predictable, then you don't know what you're doing. So straight away, let's. I can see that we've had close to 11 people. Yes, 11 dropping to 8 now. You can say something. Mr. Bankole Adeogun says that Man City Man U is going to be go. And I think that is probably like the best shot in this game. There is goals on both sides of these two teams, and they most likely will be able to score goals. So you can pick Man United and Man City to score in this game, and you will not be wrong. Thank you very much, Bankole Adeogun. Yes, now that's how this show should run. We should be able to give our own side of it, and agree to disagree. This is not one of those things where we pump up argument. It's actually not an argument broadcast. We're sharing ideas here. Sports betting, for those who know how to do it, is about making money, and you can lose money just like this. One game can destroy a ticket of 20. But the other day, is it 2 days ago or yesterday actually, one of my guy, put up 20 games with 100 naira, won 299,000. I was very happy for him, pretty very, very happy for him. But then let's travel the roads of the games that are available today and see what is, available from my own perspective. Beside the Man City Man U game, there is the Everton Liverpool game. I don't know why I have this feeling. I don't know why I have this feeling, but I think something tells me that Liverpool have exhausted all of their energy and resources in that game with Man City. This game just might end in a draw. It's one of that game again that could also produce goals on both ends. Both teams to score in this game is very, very likely. The game between Stoke City and Tottenham Hotspur, that's a game that I think, with Tottenham looking at the league table and realizing that, we are in this to get something out of it. We just might, be moving to our new home, and we want to play the top football, which is the UEFA Champions League. I think that Tottenham will have nothing but just to keep winning. Liverpool on one hand be looking to Man City to win this game. If Man City wins this game and they win, they just might be within a shot to be in second position. One of the things that you look at as a team is, one, you want to qualify automatic. Automatic qualification for European competition is very, very key to a lot of these teams. And when you look at Liverpool in third and 66 points, and Manchester United in second on 68 points, albeit Liverpool have one game ahead of Manchester United, but Liverpool will be praying, you know what, let's just get this victory and temporarily go to second position, depending what would happen with Manchester United. But it seemed all locked up already. But then Tottenham Hotspur, the reason why they will fight tooth and nail to win is the more points they amass right now, the easier it is to confine Chelsea to the Europa spots. As it is, need a few more wins, and I think that Tottenham Hotspur would win that game. So for me, Tottenham Hotspur playing against Stoke City might be a little bit dirty, but Spurs will win. One of the games that will be pretty tight is the game between Leicester City and Newcastle. Newcastle have all of a sudden a rejuvenated side, and they seem to be finding their verve and their energy. Same with Leicester, who are in 8th position with 43 points, and Newcastle in 12th position with 35 points. You can jolly well say that Newcastle most likely will not be relegated. But just to add a few points and grow up in the league table, this is the kind of game that just might end in a draw. Otus Oyema, I think Man City Man U is straight win for Man City. Well, that's fantastic. That's another fantastic opinion. Looking at the way they played against Liverpool in the second half, one thing that I've noticed that game taught me is, apart from the fact that Pep Guardiola gambled and lost, I've also come to see that when Man City start conceding goals, their pride, their ego is easily bruised. This team is built on a lot of beautiful play and movement and emotions, and Mourinho might exploit that. So if I am betting in this game, I think I'll go with Bankole Adeogun, a pick of both teams scoring, because it is safer. It is very, very safe. It keeps you on the safe side, because to me, in my heart of hearts, when I was doing research yesterday night, what I saw in this game was most likely a draw. Do I want Man City to win and let them just win and get away with the league title and focus on the Champions League? Because I think that an English team might get to the finals of the UEFA Champions League. I think so. But you never can tell. If Liverpool gets to the semi-finals, they look like a team that can get to the finals. If Man City gets to the semi-finals, they look like a team that can get to the finals. So let's see either ways where it goes. One thing is anybody can pick on any of these, but my opinion, both teams to score is the safest and surest on that one. Leicester, Newcastle United, because Leicester playing at home does not necessarily mean that they would win this game. This is another game that I fancy them to win anyway, but to be on the safe side, you can put them on double chance, to win or to draw. Brighton and Hove, Huddersfield Town. I think somewhere, the second half of the season, Huddersfield Town has gone from that team that was, was the boom team to a team that struggled, falling down to 16th position in the league. Brighton and Hove are not faring better. They are just 3 points above them in 13th position. But truth be told, I think I'll fancy Brighton and Hove because they are playing at home. Yeah, because they're playing at home. That home advantage thing. So I go Brighton and Hove to win this game. Bournemouth, Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth, come on. These two teams, Crystal Palace in 17, Brighton and Hove in 13. 4 points separate both sides. I don't think Crystal Palace wants to get sucked into that relegation bottle water, especially with just 2 points above Southampton, and they are hoping that they could get a win in this one, because what it means is a win will push them a notch higher, especially if the teams at the bottom does not get the desired win. So in this game, I think that Crystal Palace would win or draw this game. Yeah, Watford Burnley. Yeah, that's a 50-50 game, but I think both teams will score. But beyond both teams scoring, I think Watford will win this game at home. They don't do well on the road, but they pretty much are a pretty decent side at home. Against the Burnley, also travel not too well. I think it will be good for them. West Bromwich Albion playing against Swansea City. Sure, both teams will score in this game. And beyond that one, I don't think there is anything more to that. We've already dwelt so much on Man City, Manchester United. Now let's leave the English game. Yesterday, West Bromwich Albion, Wolverhampton Wanderers won that game. I think they are about 3 points home to confirm their promotion to the elite division. Espito Santoro, whatever the name of the coach, has really done a good job with that team. So let's go to Germany, the German Bundesliga. We have Borussia Mönchengladbach playing against Hertha Berlin. I think Mönchengladbach would win this game. Freiburg playing against Wolfsburg. Both teams will score. It's the easiest call in this game. FC Cologne playing against FSV Mainz 05. Another game that both teams will score. Augsburg playing against Bayern Munich. I think not just that Bayern Munich will win this game, but I think that it's going to be over 2.5 as well, because Bayern Munich are in their element. But Augsburg is one boogie team for them, but I think in this time around, with your prime factor working and getting things going, I think that Bayern Munich would win this one. Hamburger SV playing against Schalke 04. Now, Schalke 04 have a habit of destroying people's tickets. I mean, they are the ticket destroying team in the league, but I think they win this one. Hamburg. I think Schalke 04 will win this game. That's just the way I see that one. But you can avoid it because, like I said earlier on, Schalke 04, they have a way of destroying people's ticket. But let's go to Spain and see from the Primera Division. Talking about Spain, I think they're having a La Liga conference tomorrow in Lagos. Yes, City Alaves playing against Getafe CF. Both teams will score. There's the surest in this one. Celta Vigo playing against Sevilla. Another game that both teams will score. Betis playing against Eibar. I think Betis will win. FC Barcelona playing against CD Leganés. I think FC Barcelona would win as well. Let's move away from Spain straight away to the Italian Serie A. From my notepad, there are 4 games in the Italian Serie A today. Yeah, it's still my live broadcast on my YouTube channel, ELEGBETE TV. My name, once again, is Idafemat USA, and I want to say thank you to everyone who is watching, wherever you're watching from, on the live chats, and those giving us thumbs up, and to Bankole Adeogun and Otus Oyema for sharing their own views. You guys can also share your views on the games that we've picked, and then you could also ask questions. Just chat, just put a chat up there. And for everyone giving us thumbs up, thank you so much. 5 of it so far. And for everyone viewing, I really, really appreciate your time. We still have about 15 minutes to go. So let's look at the other game I've got on my notepad and see where we go in Italy. The other time the Juventus went away to Spal and played a draw, and that's opened up the Italian Serie A, and it makes it look like Napoli were going to come, take over, and do something, but Napoli also stumbled against AS Roma, I guess, 4-2. Juventus are still in the driver's seat right now with 4 points over Napoli, 78 points, and Napoli 74. But I think that this season, Napoli, like 2 seasons ago, I've really given it a push. But you see, sometimes you don't get credit for effort. Otosoye might say, I really miss you, boss. Well, it depends. I think that is why I've created this channel. I mean, I've got a whole lot of people calling me, talking to my inbox. You see, the truth is, change is inevitable, and we all have got to move on. What has happened, and we can't fight it. We can only open up windows. We can only open up windows to continue the conversations and do things differently. Do things differently from how we've always known it. In time past, and I really cannot do that. I'm also comfortable with the fact that I'm no longer having the need to go give 6 hours to any radio station anymore. I just do my thing, and I'm better off. Ask me on a personal note, I'm better off right now. Yes, I miss the fact that, that intensity that comes with the morning show, battling on air with the callers and all that. I miss that intensity. Do I miss that? I do. Do I miss working on radio? No. I mean, I get 13 years of my life to radio. When I started, I didn't plan to stay for 13 years. First off, it was 5 years. Like, after 5 years, I'll be done. I'll go do something else. I've always wanted to be a club administrator at some point. But then, things have changed. Now I'm trying to build my own TV station from the scratch, from ground zero. And you know how it is. This is Nigeria. No matter how fantastic your ideas are, nobody's going to confund you. People put money in success. So until I make success out of it, somebody's going to fund me. And some people say, why don't you go set up a radio station? As much as I like that, I'm not really a radio person. I think I like TV. I've always loved TV. I've always fancied the fact that, all these aesthetics, cameras and all that. So that's why I look at. But then I miss the fans anyway. I miss all those money battles that we have, all those arguments, Chelsea fans saying that you don't like our team, you don't like Hazard. I think I like that energy that I get from doing all that. But nobody drives and keep looking backward. You're going to have an accident. You're going to bash. You're going to have a terrible accident. So let's come back again to the conversation. Benevento Calcio playing against Juventus. It's a 2 p.m. game. I think I'll put $1 million on Juventus to win this one. Even though the odds of this game is pretty low, 1.25, but so also is the Barcelona game, very low, 1.16. So I think I will bet everything I have on Juventus to win this one. Spal, one of the teams that denied Juventus a chance to score in their home and also to win. I think in this game, they're playing against Atalanta Bergamasca. I was talking to my friend in Italy a few days ago, and he was telling me about all the problems in Italian football and all that. I think Atlanta will win this game against Roma, Fiorentina. Roma just coming off the unlucky defeat against FC Barcelona, 60 point, third position on the league table. Seems like European football is guaranteed one way or the other. They cannot catch the top 2 anymore. But I mean, nothing will please Roma like making sure that they are ahead of Inter Milan, AC Milan, and Lazio. So I think they would want to win this game. So I think I'll go with AS Roma to win this one comfortably against Fiorentina. And then if you ask me, I think this is the kind of game that you can also bet the over 2.5 on, because the odds on over 2.5 is pretty high, 1.75. The odds on Roma to win is 1.80. Pretty high odds in this game that, puts you in that position where you get good money, from game. These are the kind of games that I pick on single betting. Like, I put big money on single betting, and I just pile it up. And see what comes out. There's this betting that sometimes occasionally when I need, like, okay, I just want to quickly multiply money over 90 minutes. I pick on this game. What I'll do, I pick Roma's. I'll bet on Roma like 5 or 10 times. Like, I could put 10,000 naira 10 times, like 100K. Yeah. So what it means is each time, yeah, once it's click, it's 10,000 naira will give you 18,000, right? So times 10. It's about 180,000, and then I go to the over 2.5, 175K. That's like cool. 200,000 naira turning into over 300 and something thousand naira. So fantastic way to bet. There's a game between Sampdoria and Genoa. The best bet in that game is both teams to score. Yeah, both teams to score is the best bet you have. We've got 10 more minutes before we go. If you guys have any comments, I think this is the time for you guys to drop a comment. Let's entertain your comment. Let's get your feel. We've got a whole 13 people viewing us live. For me, I'm impressed when for the past 3 months, people are like, do YouTube live. And I'm like, I don't think I'll have people to view it. That's a problem. I don't think I'll have people to view it live, and it's discouraging, when you don't have people viewing it. And like, just do it. And then, I spoke with my wife. I'm like, okay, babe, go ahead. I was like, sometimes it's frustrating, when you need to be conversing with people. You need to feel, that's what makes radio good. You know that the caller is going to call. So, but this, you're doing a live video, they're not going to call you. You're going to depend on them chatting with you. And sometimes, okay, take for instance, only 2 people chatted with this number of people. But I kind of understand. But once we start making it regular, I think we will go. So, but if you have any question, we really, we're less than 9 minutes before I sign out. My time is 30 minutes on this. Do you have anything? Damilola Banjo, it's been a while, boss. It's just a matter of time. It will eventually jump. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. The thing is, I appreciate a whole lot of you guys who's been very, very supportive, the bedrock of what I do. I'm a driven person. I'm very honest with anybody. I'm a driven person. If I put my mind to a thing, I always tell myself that I'm going to succeed. Most times, way back when I wasn't married, I put my mind to succeed because of my family. Like, okay, what would they see? I have younger ones. If I fail here, it will rub off on them. Like, okay, if I had a brother is able to fail, then why should we push? But now I have kids. I always tell myself that, you know what? You can't afford to fail, because what would your kids say? That their father did not even succeed in it. It might just rub off on them, You know how that kind of thing transcends into generations. So that's my push. But that you're making that push, you're putting that grind in place, and then you have people from outside supporting you. It's massive. So let's go back to the games again. And where did I stop? I stopped at Sampdoria Genoa. This game is both teams to score over 2.5 as well. So let's get off the Italian Serie A and move to the French Ligue 1. Wasn't it shocking to you yesterday that Monaco, what's it called? Paris Saint-Germain, they drew. You notice that? Paris Saint-Germain drew. Like, I didn't see that coming. 1-1, own goal, Matthew Debuchy, last minute. But that's football. That's what makes football beautiful, actually. It's what makes football beautiful. Izuchukwu Nwobodo, I was almost off to work when I got the notification for this broadcast. I had to sit back and watch. Thanks for the good job you're doing. Keep it up. Thank you very much. I'm honored. I hope it doesn't make you late. When it comes to going to work, because I never went to work late. And I always say to people that the way you do other people's work, that's how people will do your work. And I'm very, very impressed with the crew that I have at ELEGBETE TV working for me, the way they work. Sometimes I think they work better than I did when I was working. Damilola Banjo said, it was not a shock to me because I played them win or draw and over 1.5. Really? Paris Saint-Germain win or draw? I think that you are bold. And I think you win on both sides, because win or draw, you win. Over 1.5, you win. Thumbs up. High five to you, man. High five to you. If I was going to play game last night, that game would have destroyed my accumulator because this was all I wrote them down, but I don't know why I didn't play the game. I wrote this is what I wrote. I wrote Wolves to win. They won the Portugal Corona Malaga over 2.5. As a matter of fact, I cancelled it and I put over 3.5, but the Portugal Corona to win, both teams to score. I put that on. And I put Cadiz Almeria draw. I was bored and it ended 0-0. Hanover Werder Bremen, I wrote over 2.5 and Hanover to win. I also wrote both teams to score. That came into Fortuna Düsseldorf Bochum. I put just over 2.5, and that's the way it went. Then when I came to the French Ligue 1, I just put Paris Saint-Germain to win over Saint-Etienne and over 2.5. Now I wanted to play the game. I wanted to play the game like, okay, I'm going to put 10,000 around this game and see what happens. So at the time I wanted to bet, my daughter showed up with a broken toy that I should fix her toy. I went about fixing the toy, and then she said I should go downstairs with her. She wants to stroll. You know how these kids are. And I said, okay, let's take a stroll. We went down strolling, and she was asking me questions. Before you know, I forgot. When I came back, the games had already started. She, drove around the estate and came back. The games had already started. I was like, oh, no need. I didn't want to play live and play. And then, boom. Game ended, Paris Saint-Germain drew. Well, it's 4 minutes. We're counting down to the final lap now. In French Ligue 1, Monaco, Nantes, I think Monaco will win this game. Guingamp, Troyes, I think Guingamp will win. Toulouse, Dion, I think it's a 12 for me. It's a 12. Either side can win this game. Bordeaux playing against Lille. This is an over 2.5 game, and I think Bordeaux will win. Lille are no longer the Lille they used to know when Vincent Yamal was in that eclectic form. That's a fantastic form. Angers playing against Racing Strasbourg. I think Angers will win this one. This game between Amiens and Caen is both teams to score. That is my sure bet. It could be over 2.5. Roda JC Kakri playing against Zwolle. I think Roda would win, but both teams to score. Easy Akma playing against PSV Eindhoven. Both teams to score. I think PSV Eindhoven get edge on this one and winning. Sparta Rotterdam playing against VV Venlo. Sparta Rotterdam would win. Finally, in Portugal, the Primeira Liga. GD Estoril Pereira playing against Maritimo. Both teams to score. City Tondela playing against Portimonense. City Tondela should win this one. City Forense playing against Sporting Braga. I think Braga will win. And finally, Victoria Setúbal playing against Benfica. You know your guess is as good as mine. Benfica would win that game. Yeah, it's been a lovely first edition of the Sportsbet show. Tonight by 10 p.m. we would, I'll put up the broadcast for the games for tomorrow, because tomorrow morning I won't be around. I'll to the church and all that. Before I go, Omoyibo Dennis, hey, it's a good time. Is it how you doing? Is it Daffy? You are too much. I feel encouraged by your drive, but I don't play bet. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much. Samuel, you know what we've overcome. The thing is, you're either going to succeed or you're going to fail. At some point, you'll prove people right. If you succeed, so there are some people who genuinely are rooting for you to succeed. You have to prove them right. There are some people who have started a bet on you that, I know what it's not going to fail. Nothing good can come out of this guy. It didn't start today. People said there's nothing good that can come out of Bethlehem. So it didn't start today. Joseph brothers didn't see him becoming successful. That's why they sold him, because they felt like he was cocky, he was too proud of himself, he was too full of himself. How was he going to be dreaming that everybody will bow down to him? So it's natural. It's the phenomenon for life. It's a human phenomenon. So it's your job to either prove people right or prove people wrong. But thank you so much. Bankola Diogo, I appreciate you. Otus Oyema, I appreciate you. Izuchuku Uwombodo, thank you very much. Damilola Banjo, thank you so much. Oyibo Dennis is Eseguyota. I love your name. My cousin. I have a cousin with that name. I love that name. Thank you very much. And every other person, everyone who gave us thumbs up, 8 of you, and everybody who viewed this video, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to ELEGBETE TV. Keep on pushing for us. Keep on supporting us. We're a Nigerian brand. We want to grow. Help us to grow. Subscribe to us. That always look at my attitude anyway. Sometimes I could come as very, very cocky and very, very rude, but I have a drive to make something out of this. I could just be employing your brother, your sister, your friend, and relative in the near future. But let's keep doing this. 10 p.m. tonight again. We'll come back again and talk about the games that will be coming up tomorrow. It's been great fun, lovely hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much. I remain your friend and your brother, Idafi Matthew Esogene. Call me the ELEGBETE1 of sports. Thank you.